Hello everybody, this is a Lighthouse Hall of Fame film from the European server WinnieANKA and it's Pz38nA. We are in Ruinberg, standard mode, north spawn. It's another tier 4 battle, a lot of lights. Too many to count, count them yourself if you want to see. His team has no TDs, one heavy apiece at the top of both lineups, and there's one artillery apiece. So his team has a little bit more mobility, but this battle often comes down to who wins the field, unless everybody goes to town and pushes all the way through it, which normally doesn't happen. So he's headed toward the field. So he's spotting right now. He's going to start shooting pretty soon, I think. His support's starting to get closer. Two lights very slow coming forward in the background there. Meanwhile, the enemy team's just coming straight forward and attacking. So he's reversing course a little bit so he doesn't get surrounded. Kill number one. He gets a few kills this battle, you'll see. Matter of fact, he gets way more than a few. Kill number two. And this is a good contrast in how the teams reacted to the field here. You saw him go to a forward position, but when he started encountering a lot of enemy resistance, he backed up before he got engaged in a fight and moved back with the main portion of his team here in the field, whereas the enemy advanced tank stayed forward and tried to fight, got wiped out, and now they have a numerical advantage on this side of the field. They're down 3 tanks, but they're winning the field. If you stay out there and try to lone wolf it and count on your teammates to pull up and support you, you're going to be disappointed more times than you can count. It makes a lot more sense to fall back and fight with them and let the enemy team be the one that sends 1 or 2 people out by themselves and are easy kills, because that gives you the advantage in the fight that you can press on and win that side of the map. Now you have a Hetzer pulling down the center, but everybody's engaged all over the place. There's not really anybody who can drop back at them. Kill 5. He can definitely penetrate a Hetzer. Even from the front, if he's using the APCR, he just has to hit it right. He's sitting in the heaviest armored portion of the tank right now. Count number 6. And he's moving on towards the DW2. And notice this too. You'll see this time and time again in these Hall of Fame films where everybody who gets a film in here is a good player. Hardly ever does anybody get in it just with an extraordinarily lucky mission. It's possible. It doesn't happen very often. And you'll see it time and time again where they will refuse to fight a TD head on because the odds aren't in their favor. If they're faced with a position where they're going to have to go head to head with a TD, they reposition, give themselves some more favorable odds. A TD is an easy kill from the side and from the rear. It's a horrible contest straight on because it can do major damage to you, and a lot of your shots are going to hit its heavily armored portions and do nothing. And yet you'll watch battles over and over and over again. It doesn't matter what tank's going up against a TD, they like to sit in front of it and trade shots with it. And that's just the worst possible way to fight a TD. He's trying to set himself up to shoot the Valentine without getting seen. There's another guy behind him. This is a bad situation for him because it's hard to get a flanking shot without being exposed to the second TD, so he's just going to bail. Smart choice. He didn't have a winning situation there, now he's 1-on-3. Wouldn't matter which TD tried to take on, the other Valentine was going to have a good shot on him, so run away. Relocate, find a better odds fight. So he's hoping he can go and take out this Delta Whiskey 2 before the Valentines recover and get back to help the guy. Here comes one of them chugging on in. The only trouble here is you want to be able to take out the heavy, but you don't want to end up trapped in the corner over here having to take on two TDs coming at you with no way to get away from them. He's going to try to take care of that problem by eliminating the one Valentine before that situation occurs. Bam, good. Now he has plenty of time to go get the heavy. And then he's probably going to have another Valentine bearing down on him here. It looks like he's running close on time, but really he has plenty of time to get up there and cover cap. He'll probably go behind the buildings to shield himself from the Valentine. He hasn't been seen yet, so get the reset first, and we got a little bit of time left. Here we go. 1 second to spare. Got the crit hit, and that did it. Now the guy's going to die. Awesome. Didn't get seen. Now he can go take out the Valentine and get the win. Oops, now he's seen. Going for 10. At this point, it's over. The Valentine can't see him, and he's gone. Nice fight. Overall, WinnieANKA racks up 1,466 damage and 10 kills. 35 of 57 shooting at 61%. Got 95 assisted damage in 7 spots. Lost 23,314 credits. Got 100 points of cap defense. Was awarded 1,937 XP. Got a top gun, high caliber, and defender. Also got bruiser, duelist, fire for effect mini medals. And it gives him a battle score of 2,022. That's good for 14th place on the Pz38nA list. And here he went up to the middle. He pulled forward to spot, realized there was a lot of enemy moving in, so he backed up. And contrast that to the enemy tank that pulled up here, hit a lot of enemy moving in, and stayed there. This guy died. He didn't. He went on to get 10 kills and win the fight. Now the other guy probably couldn't have done that, but had this guy withdrawn from here and joined his team, who knows what would have happened. It would have been a lot different result in the fight. At the end, the big key at the end-to-end situation was he realized down here, no matter which Valentine he tried to flank, the other one was going to be there to shoot him, and he wasn't going to win a one-on-two. So he repositioned, and I thought he would have gone this way and given himself a one-on-one with the DW2, but he didn't. He came out here, got spotted, so he had to sprint over to this corner. Then he realized that instead of taking on the heavy, he could shoot the TD as it trucked along this way, get easy shots at it, and take it out. Still have time, barely, to go reset cap and kill the heavy, and then give himself a one-on-one with the final TD. And it worked out exactly the way he wanted it to. Maybe a little closer than he wanted it to, but I think it came down to the last second there when he got the reset. So it's a matter of watching the map and correctly assessing what's going on. First key was right here when he chose to retreat. If he would have been the hero and stayed up here, he would have died, and they probably would have lost the fight. Know when to retreat. In this case, it wasn't a matter of abandoning your team. It's a matter of pulling back and fighting with your team so you have a better chance of survival. You end up focus firing on tanks, you eliminate them quickly, and even though you take damage, you don't die. If you can, if the situation presents itself to do that, drop back and fight with your team. That way you stay alive and you go on to glorious and wondrous things and end up in the Hall of Fame. From Ruinberg, Standard Mode North Spawn, WinnieANKA, killing almost everybody. Happy hunting.